Hey everyone, what's up? Welcome back. Here with a Carnival train update, and this one is a pretty big one. So you guys can see some things look a little different. I kind of did some reorganizing because I needed my track space back, and if you guys kind of remember saying in my past updates so far since I've been back to work on the Carnival train that I just had kind of all my products and everything just kind of stacked up on the tracks there. Really didn't have much track space. Didn't really need it. So I did some reorganizing, got some things kind of put here and there and kind of everywhere. But a big, big shipment came in today, and I'm really excited because this is going to really push the Carnival train to the next level. And that is, I got some new flat cars. You guys can see the Athearn number, and it's the F89F 89 foot flat car TTX, and so I'll show you guys. So we got some beautiful, brand new, beautiful Athearn Genesis, whole box full of them. And then over here, we have another box full of them. And then up here, another box completely full of brand new 89-foot flat cars for the Carnival train. 50 cars total I bought. This has been a long time coming. This has been a long time planning this. I've had these cars on order for a while, and they finally came in. And I am extremely excited. I was extremely giddy when I seen these packages show up today. 50 cars in total. Of course, the Carnival train isn't going to be 50 flat cars long, but 50 was a nice round number, and then that gives me some spare parts if anything were to happen to a couple of the cars. So I went ahead and bought 50 total. 3 different car numbers, just because that was how I had to buy the stock. I went through... I tried to go through Athearn at first, and my order was immediately put on back order. And Lord knows when I would have got those. So I canceled that order and went back through Horizon, and they got them to me fairly quickly. But I saved for a long time for this. This was not a cheap venture at all. If you guys model railroad, normally Athearn Genesis cars normally are not cheap. These cars specifically are about $55 a piece, and about 50 of them. So plus sales tax and shipping and all that stuff, you can guess how expensive this was. So this, I had been saving for this for quite a while, and it's just so many cars. It's awesome. Super excited. Brand new cars. Now, of course, these cars are going to still need just as much work as the other cars were going to need if I would have just used the old ones that I bought. But we're going to talk about why I bought new ones. And I've actually got one of the ones that I originally bought, and then one of the new ones here. And we're going to take them over and kind of talk about the differences and why I decided to get new ones. So, roll over here. Alright, so let's go back to 2010 when I originally bought these. These are a Walthers Gold Line car. At the time, for 2010, these were super nice cars, really nice detail. Of course, Athearn Genesis was out as well. But these were this was still an expensive venture, because I had bought 50 of these as well. At the time, it was all I could really afford as far as like the quantity went. And the only thing was this I basically just got these because they were orange. This is back when I was planning on doing orange flat cars, so I figured I could just strip the numbers off and paint the trucks and do a couple other things. But these cars were never really the right style of car. These new ones aren't 100% perfect, but they are 100% better. One big thing that you guys will notice is this car has gunnels, or what else are they called? They're called sill something. But as far as like Carnival train terms go, these are the gunnels. They basically help keep the trailers and semis from falling off. This style has the rub rails down the middle, but no gunnels. And safety wise, for my equipment going down the track, these were kind of scary because the rim rails, or the rub rails are in enough to where the tires can still have some slack and kind of get off, and they don't stick up that high. The gunnels on these are about twice as high, and they are on the outer edges. So unless if something were to hit a really big bump or derail, there's no way for the equipment to go falling off of these. So that was not just a safety feature I wanted. The actual cars on the Carnival train, they all were these style of cars. They all had the gunnels down the side. Something I would like to do, as you know, you guys can see I have a few things that I have to modify. These deck risers, I have to pull those off of there. Of course, these hitches are replaceable. They give you folded down versions. These are just kind of stuck on with some sticky stuff, but those pull off pretty easy. These I kind of have to get off from the bottom. I have to pull all the decks off, drill these off so that way I can get them off nicely without scratching up the deck too much. And then eventually I will get around to filling in all of these holes and not have those. And then something else that I need to incorporate down the middle is not rub rails, but the dog rails. The chain dogs that hold all the equipment down, I want to get some really small U-channel and build those dog rails down the middle of those cars. So still quite a bit of work to do to these ones, but huge upgrade. They actually have the gunnels. They look the part now. The only negative between these two is the crossover plates on these are a fixed mount, while these ones kind of had a little bit of playability for fold down. Not super necessary, unless if I wanted to stage up an area on my future layout where I would actually have the train look like it's unloading. But for now, these are fine. I'm really happy with these cars. They are, they're Athearn Genesis, so they just have all that beautiful undercarriage detail, the cut levers, air hoses, the roller bearing caps that actually spin. Beautiful 70-ton trucks on these, really nice 33-inch wheels. These ones, of course, they were still the 70-ton trucks, but no roller bearing caps. Decent undercarriage detail, because this is Walter's Gold Line. But I was never really happy with how these looked. And I really wanted ones with the correct deck with these gunnels on the sides, and that'll just look way better. Of course, they're all going to get painted blue. Basically everything on the ends, the bottoms of the crossover plates, the gunnels, all the way down the sides are going to be painted blue, and then the whole undercarriage is going to be painted black. The trucks will just stay black as they are. So that's kind of how painting is going to go. and I even have the correct decals. I found James E. Strates decals for these cars for the era that I'm modeling, so everything just really fell into place. Really, really excited. These cars are just a huge upgrade. They roll so much nicer than these plastic axle trucks. I had initially kind of thought about spending a bunch of money and buying all new trucks and wheels for these cars, and then I was like, well, if I'm going to put that much money into these old ones and still have not a correct looking car, I really should just save up and buy a more correct looking car. So these are just going to really fit the part nicely. They're going to look incredible. They're going to hold the equipment a lot better. And I can even show you guys. I have under the chassis for the 53-foot box there. I'll put this in a different video, but just for showing you guys, no protection really for that falling off other than the rub rails. And if I slide this all the way over on the rub rail, you guys can see the wheels are right at the edge, pretty close to falling off, and there's not a whole lot of material there to hold those tires. So now on these ones, they actually sit down in there, and you can see they still have a little bit of side-to-side action, but from side to side, you guys can actually see just how much side-to-side these could have on just the rub rails. These ones with these gunnels, you guys can see my side-to-side is probably half of what it was on these older flat cars. So the equipment itself is just going to be a lot safer on these cars. And like I said, that's just a plus for having the more correct cars. Once I get the dog rails installed, there's going to be a lot to hold these cars in, or hold the trailers and trucks in here. But already that's huge upgrade. You can tilt and rock these pretty good, and they stay in there. Put them on this, rock it about the same, and you know there's not a lot to hold those in there. So that's way better, just from a safety standpoint, but just looks standpoint, it's going to be so much nicer. Like I said, once these are all painted up blue and they have the James E. Strates decals on them, they are just going to really look amazing. Better detailed, just all around a better car. Not dissing these at all. These were a really awesome car. I was super excited when I first got these cars. But like I said, at the time, it was really all I could find for like a really good car with gunnels on it. Without gunnels on it, couldn't really find nothing at the time back in 2010. I'm sure they were out there, but the price difference between these two is quite drastic. I think when I bought 50 of these back in 2010, it was right around $2,500, somewhere around there. These were almost $3,000 total, just with tax and everything else that kind of went with it. Almost $3,000 for 50 of these. So quite a price increase. Now, of course, there's quite a few years in between, 2010 versus 2024 here, but I'm excited. I'm so excited for these. These cars are just absolutely gorgeous. They are going to look amazing once they get painted, and it's just going to be an all-around way better fit for my Carnival train. It's really going to enhance the look of the train. It's going to enhance how the train runs. These trucks roll a lot better. So I'm really excited. A lot more detail too. Yes, it's a little excessive to spend that much on flat cars when I already have flat cars, but like I said, I just wasn't truly happy with these flush decks. They're nice cars, and I will be repurposing these for my intermodal stuff. So these will live on just in a different capacity. And then these new ones are going to become my my new cars for my Carnival train, so I'm super excited. Of course, I still have the older Walther's Circus train, the kit car, it's the ramp car. Doing a lot of upgrades to this as well. It's going to be getting new trucks. I already upgraded the couplers, but this is going to be getting the roller bearing trucks as well. So this is going to, by the end of it, is going to be just as nice as these here. So we'll have one old piece of rolling stock on there, but with a lot of upgrades. But yeah, guys, I am just so excited for these. This has been a long time in the works. I have saved up a long time. These have basically been in my plans for quite a few years. Like the second I got these ones, I was like, I wish I could have got something that looked a little bit more correct. So, like I said, these were a fantastic car. They're still a fantastic car. They're gonna live on for my intermodal trains. So I'm still keeping these, and they're gonna run just fine for that stuff. But these new cars, guys, are really going to enhance the train, and it's just gonna look so much better. It's gonna look more correct. Like I said, these cars aren't 100% correct, but they're a hell of a lot more correct than this. So, really happy with these. It's gonna be awesome. A lot of work to do on these. They are going to be getting metal couplers. I do not run plastic couplers on stuff like this, especially with how long and heavy this train is going to be. I will be replacing all of these with nice metal couplers. They will be getting the same couplers as these Katy shelf couplers. There we go. You guys can see those really nice metal Katy shelf couplers. I'm going to put all those on these cars, so that way they have nice towing capacity on each end. And yeah, that's it, guys. Huge day, big upgrade for the Carnival train from what I started with to what we're gonna switch to. So really excited about that. Like I said, these cars did what they could. I did run them for just back and forth. Let me rephrase that. Never really got to run these on a layout, but I did have a nice long stretch of track where I used to live back in Iowa. And I got a little bit of back and forth play with these, with the equipment on it. But I never really got the chance to use these. And I was kind of scared too, just the fact that they didn't have the gunnels on the sides and it really wasn't protecting the equipment. So these are just going to be all around way better. And yeah, guys, that's it. Really exciting day for me. Like I said, this has been a long time coming. A lot of money, but definitely worth it. And yeah, guys, that's it for this video. So hopefully you're as excited as I am to see these cars kind of come to life. Like I said, a lot of work ahead for me on these cars, but they're really going to look the part once they're all done. So yeah, that's it for this video, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed, and until next time, take care.